Hi friends, my name is Akhil Shan, Director of Aesthetix Edutech. I have a good news for you. TCS is hiring for the batch of 2025. Yes, that is going to happen. As you all are waiting for, TCS NQT will be happening in the coming few months. So what is so important with the TCS hiring? Yes, TCS is one of the largest recruiters of IT companies in India. And the last year, TCS has joined the league of Fortune 500 companies. TCS has also projected a requirement of 40,000 hirings from this TCS NQT examinations, which is going to happen in the next few months. So that means TCS will become the top recruiter in IT in 2025 for freshers in India. So before starting with the process, I just want to introduce the important dates that are relevant for TCS NQT. And you should not miss these deadlines because these are very important. The registration date, it is already open. So anyone from now can register to TCS NQT through their website. And the registration will end by 23rd March 2025. The test will begin from 15th March 2025. That means even before your registrations are ending, your exams will be starting. It is very important to register at the earliest because the test centers are served on first come first serve basis. So if you want to get a desired testing center which is near to your convenient place, it is very important that you have to register at the earliest so that the seats are not filled. Also, there's a chance that your examination dates may coincide with your university examination or the end-term examinations. So to get all these privileges to all these constraints together, you need to register at the earliest. Now, the eligibility criteria for TCS NQT examination 2025. This is exclusively conducted for the batch of 2025. That means if you are a graduate student or if you are a postgraduate student who is going to end their post-graduation or graduation in the year 2025, you are eligible for this. And the age criteria is candidates between the age of 18 and 28 years is eligible to take the test. Now the qualification. The qualification is constrained to the highest qualification. Now the qualification. The people who are eligible for this TCS NQT 2025 should be finishing their highest qualification in the year 2025 in one of the given streams. B.Tech, BE, M.Tech, ME, MCA, MSc or MS. So all these candidates can register for TCS NQT 2025. And any specialization is accepted whether you are a mechanical engineer or a civil engineering student or you are a MSc biotechnology student. All these candidates are welcome for TCS NQT 2025. And the mark eligibility is you need to have a minimum aggregate of 60% or 6 CGPA throughout your curriculum. That means the time you are going to attend the process, you should be having minimum of 60% or 6 CGPA. Now coming to backlogs. People who are having any standing or live arrears or backlogs, by the time they are attending the test, you won't be eligible. You will be eligible only if you have zero pending backlogs. You may have a backlog history, but if it is clear, that is okay. And this is counted at the time of your test. And make sure that while you are getting into the company, by the time you are getting into the company, then also there shouldn't be any backlogs. Then there is a criteria or eligibility based on your extended education. No extended education will be allowed. And regarding gaps and breaks in education, no more than 2 years of gap will be allowed during your complete education. So regarding the course type, part-time courses and correspondence courses are not covered. It should be a full-time course. Now, open schooling is permissible if you are done your schooling on the basis of NIOS rules. If you are certified, your schooling is certified from NIOS, then your open schooling will be accepted. And work experience, this especially counts to the people who are doing PG courses. Not more than 2 years of work experience is expected from the candidates. So you need to have your work experience within 2 years. So having all these criteria met, now it is the time to move to your registration process. The registration is done solely through the TCS NQT website and not through any agency or not through any college directly. So you might fall into one of these categories. So to apply for examination, you need to be a registered user in TCS Next Step portal. Whether you have already registered or you are going to register, it is not a matter. You can start registering it now, or if you are already registered, you can just log in and you can click for apply for drive option. And if you have not registered, you can register by clicking register now. and there will be certain steps where you need to give your identification, as in your Aadhaar card, your personal information, and some OTPs, everything to be completed. And finally, you need to apply for the drive. So either a person who is previously registered can directly go to apply for drive, or a person who is currently going to register can complete the registration, and after that they can click to the apply to drive or apply for drive. And in the next step, you can select the center. There's an option in center. You need to select in center, and the center you have 3 options to apply. Say you are from Kerala. If you are getting a location in Kochi, you can give it as first location if you are preferring Kochi. If there's a location Trivandrum, you can select for Trivandrum. So 3 options can be given, and based on the availability of slots in each testing centers, your slots will be allotted. And this is why I'm telling you need to give the registration as early as possible. For people who are giving the registration the first step, the highly likely that you will be getting a test center near to your preference. So people who have registered and go through all these processes, if you are having a doubt that you have done it before or not, there is an option for you. There is an option called track your application. Just click on track your application and you will see a status reflected as applied for drive. If the status is applied for drive, that means your application is accepted and it is been processed and you don't have to do anything further in the application side. Now comes entering the documents and entering the details. So whenever you are attending for the drive, you are applying for the drive, make sure all the academic documents are there with you, and the same academic documents you need to submit at the time of your interview. So make sure all of them are with you. Then communication related to any test will be provided by official test partner, which is TCS Ion. TCS Ion is the official test partner for TCS NQT. And make sure that TCS won't be sending any mails from any random Gmail or any other mail IDs. Make sure that if you're getting any communication, that is from the official mail ID of TCS Ion. And TCS won't be asking for any money. If somebody is asking for any money for registering for TCS, that's a fraud. Don't accept that. And TCS is not going to give this association with any other external agency or company to conduct any of these processes. So in any case, such incidents has happened in the past. Many companies claiming to be partners of TCS taking money and conducting processes. So don't fall into any of these categories. And you have to meet all the TCS eligibility criteria to get accepted and move forward. So any person who is found to be ineligible for this process or giving or submitting false documents which is found will be considered as disqualification, and you won't be able to take any of the TCS steps in your future. And for any doubts, any assistance, they have given you a help desk, and they have a help desk team, and you can mail it to ilp.support@tcs.co, and that's it. That website is open. And even there is a toll-free number for you. You can utilize a toll-free number if you have any doubts or confusion. Now, what is more exciting? TCS, as in the previous years, this year also is giving 3 different categories for hiring, and these are called hiring categories. It is Ninja, Digital, and Prime. So your final offer will be based on all the performances you have done in different rounds, and the discretion will be with the authority of TCS. For those who are new to TCS hiring categories and those who are wondering what is Ninja, what is Digital and Prime, here is a detail for you. Ninja hires in 3 different categories. That is based on the work you are going to do in the company, and that is based on the package they are going to offer you. For the UG category, where BTech BE falls, that is called the UG category, undergraduate category, the CTC is 3.36 lakhs per annum. And for the PG category, MCA, MTech, MSc, ME, MS, all these categories, the CTS for annual package is 3.53 LPA. Okay, and what you can expect as a role in Ninja category, it is basically application development, management, maintenance, testing, then some engineering efficiency. So basic, all these kind of basic development side will be assigned to Ninja category. Then comes the Digital category. Digital was introduced like 5-6 years back, because there is a huge joke that has been discussed among everyone. Said from the last 15-20 years, there are only 2 things which haven't changed. One is the price of Boomer, which is 1 rupee then and now, and the price of and the salary of TCS. So TCS is still giving this 3.36 salary. Even 20 years back, it was around 3.3 lakhs, which hasn't changed so far. So for that reason, to give improved service and to attract good talents, TCS has introduced digital and later prime for the last 4 or 5 years, and they have given different salary packages for the freshers in these categories. The CTC of digital is 7 LPA for UG offer and 7.3 LPA for PG offer. And here what you can expect is the technologies which are already new, you need to work on new technologies. You need to be working on different, development spaces, new technologies or modern technologies, as in you can expect AI, AWS. All these will be the expected, working space for digital students. And those who are getting into prime, they'll be getting a CTC of 9 LPA for UG offer and 11.5 LPA for PG offer. And you'll be working on emerging technologies which are going to come forward. You are going to develop technologies in prime, and if you're getting into prime, you'll be working more with optimization, with different algorithms, algorithm development and all. So this is important while preparing for your interviews and for your coding round. Let's see how the different roles are different and how the different hiring criteria will be different for these 3 hiring categories. So now we are moving to TCS test and the test pattern. TCS NQT will be conducted in TCS ION centers, which will be selecting and you will be allocated during your registration process. And for TCS NQT, it is an integrated test which consists of foundation and advanced section. There is a foundation section and there is an advanced section. You can attend both the sections. You don't need to qualify one to attend the other one. Parallelly or back to back, you can attend foundation and advanced section. And this will be of the duration 190 minutes in total for foundation plus advanced. So your TCS test is going to have a duration of 3 hours and 10 minutes. So what is in foundation, what is in advanced? Part A, which consists of foundation, is a 75 minutes test which doesn't have any coding involved. It will basically test your numerical ability, your reasoning ability, your verbal ability. So you need to work on quantitative aptitude, you need to work on logical reasoning, and you need to work on your verbal ability skills. All these sections are 25 minutes each. So that is a declaration TCS has given. Then in the advanced platform, which will be the part B, is a 115 minutes test, which will be consists of an advanced round in quantitative aptitude and logical reasoning. They call it as advanced quantitative and reasoning ability, which will be 25 minutes. And there will be a coding round of 90 minutes. They call it as an advanced coding round. So this is what you can expect in part B. This is a declaration and there is no official announcement, anything regarding whether this is counted for Ninja or this is counted for digital, but we can still anticipate a lot of things which I will be coming into later stage. And the rules for the test are simple. The rules I am going to give here are partially been announced by TCS and partially which is our understanding from the previous year experiences. So any number of additional sheets will be provided by the examination person. The examination will be an online examination. There is no question-based timer. That means in some tests, if you are taking, you can see that there will be a timer for each question. You have to finish each question within 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 1 minute. So you don't have to worry about that. There is not a question-based timer, but there is section-based timer. What is section-based timer? There's a 25 minutes for quant, there's a 25 minutes for logical, and there's a 25 minutes for verbal. So in that 25 minutes of quant, you can only attend quant. Once you have switched the section or you completed the section, you cannot come back to that session. So that's why there is no section switching. And once you have submitted, you cannot come back. So make sure you have utilized the 25 minutes fully in one section. You cannot use the excess of, say you attended 20 minutes in a quant and you take that 5 minutes, you cannot take it to the next session. You have to use it there itself. So use it wisely. Then when you're writing a code, in the advanced round, there is a coding. In the coding, there can be 2 to 3 questions. In standard, sometimes we have seen 2 questions, sometimes we have seen 3 questions. So if you have submitted your first code, then only you can go to the second code. And once you are in second code, you cannot come back to the first code. And you cannot edit a submitted code. That means you cannot come back to the first code which you have already submitted. Okay. No negative marking. So this is not been declared officially, but in the previous years, there were no negative marking. And previous years, on-screen calculator was available. So we can expect the on-screen calculator this year also. So these are the test rules which you can expect. So this is the trajectory of a person who will be getting qualified to TCS Ninja, Digital and Prime categories. So The foundation section alone is used for ninja interview. People who qualify a foundation section will be getting a ninja interview. And if you qualify a ninja interview, you'll be getting a ninja offer. If you are not qualifying ninja interview, you will be having no other option just to leave it. Now, your foundation section plus your advanced section scores will be taken together. And if you qualify on both, you will be taken for a digital or prime interview. So this is what TCS has declared. If you qualify a digital or prime interview, you will be getting a TCS digital or prime offer accordingly. If you are qualifying digital interview, you will be getting digital offer. If you are qualifying prime interview, you will be getting a prime offer. And there is a unofficially high chance that if you are getting rejected in digital or prime interview, there's a chance that you may be considered in TCS ninja interview that we can see next. So this sheet is not official with the TCS or TCS NQT notification. This is what is anticipated from our previous experience. So numerical ability will be having 20 questions. Reasoning ability will be having 20 questions. Verbal ability will be having 25 questions. So roughly 1 to 1.15 seconds, 1 to 1.15 minutes will be available for each question in numerical ability and reasoning ability, and there will be 1 minute allocated for verbal ability. So ideally, a person should be able to crack at least 15 questions out of 20 questions to qualify for numerical, then 15 plus for reasoning and 15 plus for verbal. So this is nothing official. This is some from our experience. If you are comfortably qualify or complete 15 correct questions in numerical, reasoning and verbal, you will be getting 45 marks out of 65 marks, which will be roughly 70%. So 65-70% is usually the official usually the cutoff, which has not been declared, but we can anticipate. And in our previous experiences, students have completed these many correct answer options. We have seen them qualifying the ninja, qualifying for the ninja interview. And once you have qualified the ninja interview, you'll be having a ninja interview. Ninja interview will be a little easy. One thing is very important, that your project will be discussed in any interview, the project you have done. Then basic concepts with the DBMS, database management system, SQL query. You may need to write a query, and you should be proficient with the one programming language, say C or C++ or Java or Python. You may need to write a small code during the interview. You can expect questions from OOPS, DSA. So these are the basic structure which we have seen in the previous years. But again, with respect to the interviewer who is there can be variety of questions coming into you. If you're and the ninja interview will be usually easy. Almost half of the students who are entering ninja interview used to get qualified. So once you are qualified, you will be getting a 3.5353 or 3 lakhs LPA into CTC offer with you, based on whether you are a PG or a UG student. Now comes the advanced quantitative and reasoning ability. So advanced quantitative, what you can expect in advanced quantitative? I will be discussing about the questions that can be coming in these rounds in the later phase. So it is anticipated that people who clear the foundation section, then the advanced quantitative and reasoning and one coding question may qualify to the digital interview. So there should be 2 to 3 coding questions. If you clear the first coding question, usually it will be like a easy question, then a medium question, or a easy and a medium. In the easy question, DSA and all won't be required. The question will be very easy, and it will be catering to either logical part, if else, or arrays or strings. It will be constrained to all these areas. If you are very comfortably trained in competitive coding, knowledge up to array strings will be mostly enough for this first coding question. If you correctly do one coding question, then advanced quantitative and the foundation section properly, you will qualify for TCS digital interview. And if you also complete all the test cases properly for the coding question 2, or maybe if there is a third question, if you are doing it properly, you will be qualified for a prime interview. And that is a coveted